Hello students. Now we are going to discuss about the communication technology used in Internet of Things. So the course objective and outcome for this module is to understand the different IoT architectures and design models, including the layer architecture and its reference model. Whereas the outcome for this module is to analyze the IoT communication technologies and protocols like 6LoWPAN, MQTT, COAP, Zigbee and Bluetooth. So these are the contents of this communication technology and IoT in this module. So now we are starting with the RFID. RFID is nothing but the radio frequency identification. So this radio frequency identification is one of the form of wireless communication. So it basically comprises of two components. One is the tag and another is the reader. So this reader is a device that has one or more antenna to emit radio waves and receive the signal back from the tag, RFID tag. So what is that? Tag is nothing but the radio waves which uses to communicate their identity and other information to nearby reader. So how this RFID tag works is explained in these 5 steps. So first step is nothing but the tagging of the item. First of all, you have to tag the item, then you have to send the signal via RFID tag readers. Then it will be received from the RFID tags and then interoperation of your data, interpretation of your data, and then that data is displayed at various locations, for example computer. See, these RFID tags are of different type. So first type is nothing but the passive tag. What is this passive tag? It is a very common type of RFID tag. They do not have battery. Instead, they use the energy from the reader's radio wave to power up and transmit their data. Whereas another type is nothing but the active tag. What it does, it equips with their own battery setup and allow them to continuously broadcast a signal, and it reads from the hundreds of meters away. So this is the RFID basic system structure where RFID tag and readers are communicated through antenna. So RFID tag is attached to your asset to transmit the stored data to the antenna. And what basically antenna does, it receives the stored data from the tag and it transmits to your reader. So the role of reader here is to collect the data from the antenna and it receives from the RFID tag, and finally it displayed. It communicated to your computer to display, and computer database is transmitted into RFID database where it can be stored and evaluated. So this is all about the RFID system. When we see about the applications of these RFID applications are everywhere in the day-to-day life. So basically it is used in retail and supply chain system, healthcare and pharmaceutical systems where the tagging for the medicines happens. Then access control and security also. Here the RFID tags are used. Transportation and ticketing system, industrial automation and agricultural. So in this way everywhere this RFID tag is used. Now in the next slide we are going to discuss about the near field communication. So what is this near field communication, NFFC? It is used for the short distance wireless communication. So short range wireless technology which enables your communication between the two electronic devices over a distance of 4 centimeters or less than that, that is 1.6 inch. As this diagram itself indicates that the distance is very less and the activity is done in contactless manner. So at least one transmitting device and the another receiving device is needed to perform this NFC. Again, there are different types of NFC. So first type is your passive near field communication device. So this communication device includes the tag and other small transmitters that can send information to other NFC device without the need of power source for their own. Then next type is the active near field communication device. In this device, they can do both things like sending and receiving data both. So they can communicate with each other as well as with the passive devices. For example, smartphones are the best example of active near field devices. Then card readers in public transport, touch payment terminals are also the example of the active near field communication. So there are few examples for this are presented in this slide, where here we are able to see the card emulation mode where the transmission happens in wireless manner. Second is nothing but the charging mode where approaches and charges the device wirelessly. Then peer-to-peer mode where the data is transmitted for a short distance with wireless communication. And then reader mode where reader writing and transmitting it for the printing purpose. So these are the some of the used cases for NFC. Then the application of this NFC is for data transfer purpose, for access control purpose, then smart pairing, smart poster and tagging purpose. So the benefits of this NFC is convenient transactions. It's a secured access, easy for connectivity. No special software is needed for this, and it is compatible. So the basically difference between the RFID and NFC, if we see with respect to range, RFID used for 3 to 5 meters, whereas NFC can be used up to 1 to 10 centimeters. So when we talk about the type of communication, in RFID one-way communication happen, whereas in near field communication two-way communication happens. Then data transfer speed is faster and multiple tags are used in RFID, whereas in case of NFC the data transfer is slow and one tag acts at a time. When we talk about the data type, simple ID data is used in RFID, whereas in NFC multiple data types are used. So this is all about the RFID and NFC. Now we will talk about the ZigBee. So what is this ZigBee? ZigBee is again a wireless communication protocol. It is a set of rules for device to talk with each other. It is designed for low power, short range and low data rate communication. It is used for connecting a small devices in a local network. The operating on IEEE, it operates on the IEEE 802.15.4 specifications. It is the backbone for major smart homes, industrial systems, enabling battery power sensors and controllers to communicate reliably over the extended period. So the technical base for this ZigBee is IEEE 802.15.4 standard. It mostly works on 2.4 GHz frequency. It supports data rate up to 250 kbps. So in short, how this ZigBee works? So communication through mesh network via small and low power radio signals. So the benefit of this ZigBee is it is energy efficient, scalable and reliable. And most of the applications like smart home, healthcare, agriculture and industrial automation, everywhere ZigBee is used. So basically ZigBee is a low power wireless communication technology used for connecting devices in IoT. So why choose ZigBee over Wi-Fi or Bluetooth? So there are some features which are presented here. So with respect to power consumption, ZigBee used very low power, whereas in case of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, Wi-Fi consumes high power and Bluetooth consume moderate power. When we talk about the range, ZigBee is used for the 10 to 100 meters, Wi-Fi can be used for 50 to 100 meters and Bluetooth is used for 10 to 30 meters. When we talk about the data speed, So in Zigbee, the speed of data is 250 kbps. In Wi-Fi, it is 100 mbps, 100 plus mbps in fact. In Bluetooth, it is 1 mbps. When we talk about the network type, so Zigbee used is mesh network, whereas Wi-Fi use star network, and Bluetooth also used star networks. And there are some ideal key use cases like automation control, streaming and browsing, Bluetooth for wearable applications. So this is the parameters based on which we can choose which type of communication we can use for the respective purpose. Now we will talk about the Bluetooth Low Energy, BLE. So when we talk about the BLE, Bluetooth Low Energy is a foundational wireless protocol for the Internet of Things and designed specifically for ultra low power consumption, reliable short range communication, and seamless integration with everyday mobile devices. It allows battery operated sensors to run for a month or an year for a single coin cell battery. So that's why this BLE is used. So Bluetooth Low Energy, how it works? So basically this Bluetooth is connected to your wireless devices, streaming the rich content like video and audio, and the devices that connect with the both, the center of your wireless world. And in this way the Bluetooth is connected everywhere for a short distance range. So this is all about the wireless protocols like Zigbee, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. So in the upcoming lectures we are going to see about the wireless sensor network and its architecture. Thank you.